Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're kind of wrestling with something tricky. Data volatility. Specifically, that number you see on the bathroom scale every morning. Our mission, really, is to take that noisy daily reading and figure out the real story underneath, the actual trend, your true weight.
Yeah, it's incredibly frustrating for people, and it makes sense why. That scale, it's basically a very noisy sensor. When you see, say, a 3-pound jump overnight, you're just seeing that your total body mass isn't just fat or muscle. It includes stuff that changes a lot.
Like water, mostly.
Exactly, mostly water. Your total body water can swing by, believe it or not, up to 5% in a single day.
Wow, 5%. Okay, that explains a lot. But it's not just random chaos, is it? There are reasons for those swings.
Oh, absolutely not random. It's physiological. Most people know sodium makes you retain water, sure.
Right.
But here's the kicker. Even healthy stuff like carbohydrates do it too. For every gram of carb you store as glycogen, your body holds on to 3, maybe 4 grams of water right along with it.
3 to 4 grams of water per gram of carb.
Okay. Yeah, so just looking at that daily number, it's not simple averaging. It's a much harder problem, what we call state estimation in quantitative fields.
Got it. So if the daily number isn't very useful on its own, we usually reach for some basic tools, right? Like a simple moving average, the SMA. But what's the catch there? What are the trade-offs?
Well, the SMA, where you just average, say, the last 7 days equally, it's smooth, definitely smoother. But the big problem is lag. It tells you where you were like 3 or 4 days ago, not now.
Right, it's looking backwards.
Exactly. Then on the other end, you've got the exponential moving average, or EMA. That one's super responsive because it weights today's number really heavily. But the downside, it can freak out over every salty meal or big workout. It's just too volatile sometimes.
Okay, so one's too slow, the other's too jumpy. We need something in the middle, something that sees the trend without panicking. What's the simple upgrade?
Right. The best simple alternative, I think, is the weighted moving average, or WMA. It's really the recommended easy step up.
Yeah.
Instead of equal weights like the SMA, it uses a linear weighting. So for a 7-day WMA, today's weight counts 7 times, yesterday 6, the day before 5, and so on.
So it still values recent data more, but
Right.
not extremely like the EMA.
Precisely. It's much more responsive than the SMA, catches changes quicker, but it's stable enough that it doesn't get thrown off by those big water weight swings that mess up the EMA. And, it's pretty easy to set up in a spreadsheet. You can use the sum products easy function, actually.
Okay, that's a really practical improvement. But aren't all moving averages still fundamentally looking backward? They smooth out the past. How do we get the absolute best guess of where we truly are right now?
Now you're asking the right question. That's where we level up to the gold standard for this kind of thing, the Kalman filter. It's more than just smoothing. It's true state estimation. It's theoretically the superior approach. Think of it like the GPS in your car.
Yeah, I like that analogy. GPS blends a map with noisy satellite signals.
Exactly. The filter works in a cycle, a predict-update cycle. First, it predicts your true weight based on its internal model, how it thinks weight should behave, which is quite stably. Then, the noisy scale reading comes in for the day, and the filter doesn't update. It intelligently blends its own prediction with that new measurement. It's constantly deciding, how much do I trust my stable model versus this noisy new number?
And that trust decision, that's where it gets really interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to define that trust level ourselves using, tuning parameters.
Precisely. 2 key ones. First is measurement noise. We call it $2. This number basically quantifies how much you distrust the daily scale reading. How noisy is that water, food, waste fluctuation for you? If you know you bounce around by a pound or 2 daily just from noise, you'd set 2 hours higher. A high dollar tells the filter, hey, don't pay too much attention to today's crazy number.
Okay, distrust the scale. That's 2 hours. What's the second one? $20.
$Q is process noise. This one is about your belief in how much your actual true underlying weight or body composition can realistically change day to day. Now think about it. True fat loss or muscle gain. That's slow. It's stable. So you set Q to be really, really small, maybe like 0.001 or 0.01. Keeping Q tells the filter, look, the underlying trend itself doesn't change much day to day. Be confident in that stability.
I see. So it's the balance between R, scale noise, and Q. Real change stability.
That's the magic. And that combination, that careful balancing act, is why the Kalman filter is mathematically proven to be the optimal linear way to estimate the true state from noisy data like this.
Okay, let's summarize then. The verdict seems to be the WMA, the weighted moving average, that's your solid, easy upgrade. Good insight into the recent past.
Yep, highly recommended as a starting point. But if you want the most accurate, the most robust estimate of what your body's actually doing, the best possible guess of your true weight right now, then the Kalman filter is unbeatable. It's the gold standard.
And that brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. Maybe the real power here isn't just getting a better number, it's the process itself. Tuning those parameters, QH and the rollers, it forces you to actually quantify your own beliefs. How much noise do you expect from the scale? And how stable do you believe your own body's true trend really is? It turns that frustrating scale number into, well, maybe a moment of objective thinking about your own body, something to chew on.